Check out this video if you want to see my opinion on the All Black squad. Welcome back to Skinny Brew Rugby, guys. So this is my second international squad video. I already did the Springboks, and as I said in that video, if you want to see more of my international content coming up as we go into the Rugby Championship and the World Cup, please hit that subscribe button and you'll see more. The international season is coming up, and that is what I love. This video was quite fun to me then to do, and this is the All Black squad for 2019. At prop we have Franks, Laulala, Moody, Molly, Ta'avao, Tu'unikwafi and Tu'ungafasi. The legend Franks, he has to be there. Moody, he actually struggled this last couple of weeks, especially in the Super Rugby final. He actually struggled. The Jaguares really played well against him. Tu'unikwafi, since he moved from the Chiefs to the Blues, he has been less impressive. Not a great season for him, but Tu'ungafasi from the Blues, he had a great season. I'm not surprised that he is there. Hooker, Aumua, Coles, Coltman and Taylor. Aumua, is he the best pick? I'll get a little bit into that a little bit later. Coles, he's back to his great form he was just before he got injured, and Coltman, he had a great season. At locks, there are actually only 3 specialist locks. It's Retallick, Tuipuloto and Whitelock. Retallick, just like Coles, he's back to his great form just like he was before his injury. Whitelock, he's fresh from winning the Super Rugby title, so he is bringing a lot with him. At loose forward, Kane, Fafita, Frizzell, Himopa, who can play lock as well, Jacobson, Papali'i, Savea, Reed and Todd. Kane, he had an amazing comeback this season after that neck injury he suffered last year. Like I said, Himopa, he can play at lock, and he was listed as a utility forward for the All Blacks. I'm glad he's included this season. He really had a great season with the Highlanders. Jacobson, he's the debutant in the group. He had a great season this year with a bunch of Chiefs players being injured. Then we have Savea. He's one of my players of the year. I'll link it up here. I made a video of that. Scrum halves, or as you might know in New Zealand, a halfback, Paranara, Aaron Smith and Weber. It's actually pretty interesting at the moment. The first choice, number 9, Aaron Smith, is probably in the worst form between these 3 players. He's still in good form though, but Paranara and Weber, they are probably 2 of the best scrum halves of the season. Then at fly half or first 5/8, we have Bowden Barrett, Josh Ioane and Maunga. Ioane is another debutant in the group. He's had a great season with the Highlanders, but you have to ask the question, would he have been there if it wasn't for the injury to Damian McKenzie? Then we have Maunga. He's probably in the most informed 10 out of the group that is picked. Rugby Pass lists him as the best number 10 in the world at the moment, with their RPI scores that they work on. Look, it works a little bit different. It works on form actually, so yes, he is the best informed player at the moment. But yeah, there's still a few players better than him. So it would be quite interesting to see, would it be Bowden Barrett or would it be Maunga at number 10 this year? A lot of fans are calling for Maunga to get the number 10 jersey. At inside center or second 5/8, we have Laumape, Sonny Bill Williams and Anton Leonard-Brown. Laumape, he had an amazing season this year, and with Crofty injured, he is standing a bigger chance to actually get that number 12 spot. Sonny Bill Williams, he's also injured once again. He will miss the first game for New Zealand against Argentina. Anton Leonard-Brown, he can play number 12 or 13, so that's a great guy to have in your team. Not to mention, he has been in awesome form. Then at outside center, we have Goodhue and Eno. Goodhue, he can play at 12 as well, and then Eno, he can play on the wing as well, and he is another debutant in the group. Outside backs, we have Geordie, Barrett, Bridge, Ioane, Reese and Smith. Barrett, he can play wing, fullback and center. Great guy to have in your team, especially if you have Bowden Barrett at number 10. He is in his best form there. George Bridge, he's been great for the last couple of years, so I'm happy he's there. Then Ioane Reese, he's another debutant in the group. He is the top try scorer of Super Rugby. A lot of New Zealand fans aren't that happy with him being picked with his history of abuse. Yeah, it's a difficult situation, but yeah, he is there, he has been picked. It's actually very easy for me to say that who I am happy about that has been picked. All the debutants, and then especially Brad Weber, he has had a great season this year. My surprise omission though has to be Harris. He must be the biggest omission for me. Almua has been chosen. He struggled at lineouts, but he is pretty young, so they see him as the future for the team, but I don't know if he's the right call. Now Holo, of course, then Triple T, I'm not gonna even try and pronounce his surname, it's impossible for me. It's not that big of a surprise. He has been playing second fiddle to Weber all season long, and Weber has been better. Nonu, he's also a big omission. I would say he played better than Sonny Bill Williams, and he deserves a shot there. Akira Ioane, and again he just did not make the cut. I feel unfortunate for him. He's a very good player. The injury list that hasn't been picked, it's Scott Barrett, Damien McKenzie and Crotty. And then another guy that hasn't been picked, Liam Squire, but he said he is not available for selection. He spoke to Hansen and said he does not feel up for the internationals yet. So the final team is 39 players. The Blues have 6 players, the Chiefs 8, Crusaders 11, Highlanders 6 and the Hurricanes 8. If you look at those numbers, it is a true reflection on how the Super Rugby went. The better teams actually having more players in the All Black team. So yeah, that's the whole All Black team. That's my opinion about it. Let me know your thought on it. If you want to see more international content coming up through this year, hit that sub button and then I'll see you later this week. Cheers.